Another day has come. Another day, another dollar. We are on the way to the first claim of the day. And so far, it's an hour drive. I've got maybe 30, 40, 35 minutes left. And yeah, I've just been listening to some stuff. I listened to some Greek Orthodox fatherly wisdom, priestly wisdom. That was a pretty good video. Where he talks about a specific saint and a book that he wrote about climbing the ladder up to heaven, ascending the ladder up to heaven, and each step is a point that he makes, I guess, in the work. Each step is a point in the work. So that was good. I listened to, other than that, I've just been listening to music. Some Kanye West. Dude, those edits that people make of his music where it's like this Kanye West song, but it will make you feel. And it's like an edit of the song where it makes it like 2 times longer, and there's like samples of other songs in there, or like extended versions of like the melody and stuff like that. Those are amazing. Those will get you going. That'll get your day going. But nothing gets your day going more than cigarette. My brother told me to get these ones. They're good, but I don't think anything could top those mint ones. Those mint ones are just the chef's kiss. So yeah, the day is just starting. We're getting her going. Oh, it almost escaped my mind. But again, today I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was cold. Now, I will say this. By the time it reached like 10, 11, I was starting to think to myself, hey, the furnace hasn't run in a couple minutes. Because it cycles every couple minutes. And I was like, there's no way I'm already out of propane. Maybe the one propane tank is out and it's reloading and drawing from the other propane tank. So I was like, I'm gonna go to bed. The propane's gonna turn on. The furnace is gonna turn on while I'm sleeping, and I'm gonna, have a good night's sleep. Nope. I could not be more wrong. To my chagrin, the furnace, in fact, it did not turn back on. And so I was left once more to fend for myself in the cold. But this time I was woken up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I wake up and I'm like, okay. But like, when you wake up when you're cold, you wake up. Like, there's no grogginess, there's no nothing like that. You are up. Like, you know how you usually get up and you're like, oh, I'm gonna snooze the alarm. No, you are up. gonna go check the propane tanks, because this has to be, maybe one of them, maybe I still have one of them turned off. And I was like, I'm gonna go outside and check this real quick. And I go outside and check. Both of them are open, and both of them are completely empty. Dude, I used to have them run for 2 weeks at a time. Like, one would last me a week, and I haven't been here longer than a week. The only thing I could think of that is the result of that is because I am blasting it at like 85 when I would usually do it at like 78 or 80. It's probably the reason why. So that is what woke me up today. Can't say I was too excited about that, but we ball. We ball. F it, we ball. That's what I got for right now, I guess. So I will check in as we get into the day. When something else, when something happens, or probably when I just get like halfway through the day, I'll probably check in and go from there. So we're 2 down so far. I thought I would make a video before I go into the next one, because it is 50 minutes away, so that is a ways to go, and I figured I would do a quick catch up. And we got them back, boys. We got them back. Opening these is a real treat, because you open up that plastic wrap, and then look at that. Look at how nice they have them packaged for you. Look at how tight that is. Ooh. First one's always the best. You know? Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to do before I start heading out. So I'll just leave it at that. All right, we are on the way to our 3rd claim of the day. No, 4th claim of the day. And I've got about like an hour drive to this one. These ones have been more spread out today, so it's a little, you know, a little bit of a minus. It's not a plus. And so headed over there. The last one that I was just on, as soon as I got there, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to pull some maneuvers here. So the last one I was on, I get there and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to climb this by myself, because it was a 12 on 12 pitch, and so I stood there for a couple seconds. I knew what I needed to do, but you know, I thought about it real quick. Hold on. Let's wait 1 second. Let's look at this. Man, it's like a chain effect. I take one sip of that Monster and I'm like, I need a cigarette. Yeah, so I knew what I needed to do. I just didn't know if I really wanted to do it. So, when you come across these steep roofs, there are 3 things that can help you. There's a pitch hopper, there's a Ridge Pro, and then there's a Go. Now I've got the Go. pole that has a bunch of like handles on it that you could hold on to, and it has like a hook. It's like it's kind of ironic. It's like a Grim Reaper sickle or scythe, and it hooks onto the ridge of the roof, and then you're able to climb up it. So there I am. I set it up. I haven't used it in a while. I set it up. I set it up, and I count down from 3, and I get my foot off the ladder, and I'm climbing up this thing, and I make it. You know, as long as you're pushing down on the thing, like, you do not want to go, you know, you don't want to move the momentum up, because it'll unhook from the roof and you will die or fall or break something. But you think, like, if I do this, I'm gonna die, because then it puts you in the right, you know, mental frame, and you're like, push down, push down, push down, push down, and I get up there. So it ended up being an okay inspection, no casualties. In a pretty like secluded area though, and like I'm up there and I just keep hearing like loud booms, and I'm like, are people, like, someone hunting? It looked like someone would be hunting. Can you hunt geese? Because there were a lot of geese over there. I don't know if you can hunt geese. Do people even eat geese? Like, geese is like, I don't know, I feel like geese is like, eating geese is like eating catfish. It's like, yeah, it's a fish, but the fish eats mud. So why do you want to eat a fish that eats mud? And like geese, you know, geese are definitely dirty, 100% dirty. And so you, wow, I'm having a brain fart. So I was wondering if people were hunting geese, and I'm also wondering, like, geese is like duck, right? Like, people eat duck. People eat duck breast. People eat foie gras. But what are you eating when you eat geese? You are not eating geese. Makes me think of that one Office episode of where Dwight ran over a goose and brought it into the office and placed it in front of, was it Aaron or Pam? I think it was Pam at the time. He placed it right in front of Pam at the reception desk, and he was like, oh, we're gonna have a Christmas geese. And he was like, can I pluck it in the kitchen, in the office kitchen? And Pam was like, we're not doing this. So yeah, that was that's what that made me think of. And I'm up there, you know, like every time my shot goes off, I go like this, you know, make sure that I'm able to dodge any stray fire. Yeah, it's okay, I think I'm going north. Yeah, it's a good time. You know, even when you have moments like that where you are like clenching your cheeks because you got to climb up this steep roof, pays off towards the end. You get like this huge like adrenaline rush when you're climbing up the roof, and then you get this adrenaline dump, and it's like, could the day just be over now? I've had enough. Okay, buddy, you gonna let me through? Thank you. Oh man, you know, can I just, you know, can the day be over? Can that be the last one? Then you're like, nope, we got 2 more, 3 more to go. 2 more after this next one, which is going to be another nice house, as per the theme of this trip thus far. Wherein we are inspecting all nice houses, and I'm not complaining. Let me see how old this roof is on this house. Oh, 2020, bruh. going to be hard pressed to do much with a roof built in 2020 that's only 6 years old. Probably got some good shingles on there too, because it's in a pretty affluent neighborhood. The day is turning out to look pretty nice. It looks like the clouds are going to be clearing up soon enough. Ojalá. And I'm gonna have some sun on my back while I inspect these houses. I don't even know where I'm driving through right now. This is like a giant complex of buildings. Is that like that? Like, do a bunch of companies just own like one huge assortment of buildings? And there's just, yeah, it is. There's just a bunch of companies that work. Shoot, hold on. I'll be right back. I need to see if I'm going the right way. I apologize for that interruption. I have Gen Z brain, and I quite literally cannot go anywhere without using a GPS. And so when I'm recording, I missed my exit because I can't pay attention and I don't even notice street signs. They might as well not even be there. And so I passed my exit, and now I'm back on the course. But it's actually turned out to be a pretty interesting, because it made me think of an idea that I might try just for fun, because I passed a Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses, and I know sometimes they have what's it called, time for people to come up and share their testimonies. And I was thinking maybe one day I could sneak in there and get those meta glasses that could record stuff. Sneak in there and give them my testimony and be like, my life was down in the dumps, blah, 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 blah. And then, I found the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses, and, I found I was introduced to the Watchtower translation of the Bible, and when I was reading one day, I looked down at the notes. While I was reading through the book of Hebrews, and in chapter 1, where it's quoting, I think, Psalm 121 or Psalm 124, it talks about I think it's, you, O Lord, were there before the foundations of the earth. And it says that it's talking about Jesus. It says that in that section of the book of Hebrews that it's talking about Jesus. And it also references that it's a quote from Psalm 121 or 124, whatever, or 112 even. And so I turned to the page that I was referencing in the Old Testament, and I read in the reference to the Old Testament that same chapter in the book of Psalms says that that's talking about Jehovah. And then I realized that the Watchtower Bible is saying that Jesus is Jehovah. And then I realized that Jesus is God. Jesus is Jehovah. And so I believe that Jesus is Jehovah based on what the Watchtower Bible told me. And just get everyone's reaction to that, because, it's crazy that they still have that typo in their Watchtower Bible. And obviously because they don't believe that Jesus is Jehovah, they think that Jesus is the first creation of Jehovah, which is idiotic. It's so idiotic that their own translation of the Bible proves that Jesus is Jehovah. Like, bruh, what are you doing? So I thought that would be a pretty cool idea. Yeah, I just stopped here. I think I'm gonna get some food while I'm on my way to this next claim. I gotta call them anyways and let them know when I'll be arriving. So I'm gonna order some food and then we'll catch up after that. All right, we are cooling. Off to the last one of the day. I was supposed to have one just before this one, but they ended up canceling because they got the work done themselves. And so we are heading to the last one of the day. And yeah, it looks like I'll be handling this one for today. I'm gonna get back to my campsite, take a shower, write these up. And I've got a few more for the next couple of days. I just reached out to the director of the company that I'm working with and let him know that I'm willing to stay here longer if they need me. And he said that sounds good, but also they might end up getting some work in Ohio. So looks like that is a possibility in the future. And I would be pretty excited to go stay in Ohio because, you know, I might be able to stay with some friends while I'm staying there. So that might be a good time. What else is going on? Got some food just before this last one I went on. Got a free brownie for as a sweet treat. As I'm probably gonna eat it on the ride back home, and enjoy that little treat. Another day, another dollar, another good day. The last roof I climbed up on was actually another steep roof, but I was able to climb up it no problem because I was able to go up through the valley, and so I didn't need to use the goat on that one. I took some pictures while I was up there. Maybe I'll make that the thumbnail, just chilling on the roof. That's one of my favorite things that I get to do on the job, is all the cool views I get to see. You know, whether it's neighborhoods or the people are living in like the wilderness, you know, the cool scenery that they have wherever I am on the roof at. I get to document that for fun, and now I'll actually be able to make use of that because I'm making these videos where I would just have them sitting in my camera roll for no reason. Now I actually get to make use of them. So I am about 40 something minutes away from the last claim here. It is headed more south, so I won't have as long a drive back down to my camping spot. And yeah, I'll be able to knock these out real quick. It's only 5 for today, so that is probably going to sliver off at least 30 to 45 minutes of work. Yeah, I've been listening to a few things, music, a podcast. Just smoking my dead sticks. I might meet up with my friend who is here for work as well. Depends. I mean, listen, alright, I'm not gonna name names here, and no one is gonna know who I'm talking about unless you are the very few people that I associate with. I messaged him yesterday on a Sunday, okay? I messaged him on a Sunday at like 12 in the afternoon. And I'm like, hey man, I could drive up. He's an hour away from me. I'm like, I could drive up to you. I've got no problem driving up to you. We can get some food. And he's like, I already got some food. And I bought extra so I don't have to leave my hotel room. This guy's I mean, what kind of maneuver is that, dude? What kind of tricks are you pulling with that, dude? You know? So It's okay. It's okay. I'm not, maybe I already told this story. Maybe I told it yesterday. I don't know. I don't care. I thought it was pretty funny. Yeah, we're balling. We are balling in Michigan right now. I did not think I would have so much fun in the state of Michigan as I am having right now. It really is beautiful. Got these nice freeways that you can just last 70 miles per hour on and not worry about a thing. So we are that's exactly what we're doing. We're just driving right now. And it really is nice being able to have a place to shower when my water isn't working where I'm in my RV. Because, you know, even if I can't, like, you know, wash dishes and stuff like that, I can still cook because the propane is working. Good reminder, I gotta refill that propane. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Even though I can't wash my dishes, I can still cook stuff if I wanted to. I have not been doing that, if I'm going to be straight up with you. I am eating out like a pig, like the fat American that I am. I am eating out and I am eating only the best of food. No White Castle, no Arby's, no Taco Bell. Only the best of food. Because why try something new? Well, okay, trying something new sometimes is good. But like, why try something new if you've already got the winning recipe, if you've already got the winning plan, you know, if you've already got the winning game plan? Why try something new? Why try to, you know, change the good for something new? Like, I remember, oh my gosh, I used to watch clips of Joey Diaz and Lee Syatt, and it is the most hilarious stuff because he would just make fun of Lee for the food choices that he made, and it was just hilarious because, like, he would, like, find food places on Yelp, restaurants on Yelp, and they would be like the worst places ever. He would get like food poisoning after going there, and Joey Diaz would just torment him. He would make fun of him for getting Subway sandwich. Man, that was a good podcast. I mean, Joey Diaz is still out there. He's still strong, you know. He's still going strong, and he is just really funny. He has these like rants over the national anthem. Which I am not going to repeat what he says in those. You could go look those up for yourself. But man, are those hilarious. It's really funny. I don't think I really have anything else to talk about, man. Today has kind of just been a mundane day. I said that the sun was coming out. I lied. The sun, in fact, did not come out. And in fact, started snowing. So I should never be considered a job as a meteorologist. But I will say, and I tell this to everyone, and everyone who listens to me is probably annoyed by this fact, but I have never looked at weather more in my life than I have within the past 5 years. I used to just look at the weather when I would, you know, school got snowed in and got canceled. That was the only time I ever looked at the weather. Now, I mean, as soon as it hits March or April, dude, I am looking at the weather and I am like a hawk. I am waiting for the chance to see something big happen, because partly it's my job, you know. And I can't control it. I can't control the weather. What am I gonna do? Tell them to stop? No. All right, I gotta cut this guy off real quick. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. We are just on the way to the last one. And then we go back home and we ball and we chill out for a bit. We write up some estimates, we chill out for a bit, and we go into the next day and see what that has waiting for us. Let's see, how old is this guy's roof on the one that I'm going to? 2011. That's pretty old. That's a pretty old roof. That's a 15-year-old roof. If it's a laminate shingle, that's 50% of its lifespan. And if it's a 3-tab roof, I don't know what. Is it 15 divided by 20 or 20 divided by 15? Whichever one, I don't know what that is. I think it's 15 divided by 20, yeah, because it's 15-20. 15 years out of 20 years, so I don't know what that is. Let me think. That is 3/5 of its lifespan. No, 3/4. 3/5 is, you know, 3/5 is a whole different issue. Is it 3/5 or 2/5? I think it's 3/5, but that's a whole different issue, which we will not get into right now. But yeah, 3/4 of its lifespan. So that is, you know, if it's a 3-tab, that's a pretty good. Good one there. Yeah, I'm probably gonna pick something back up by the time I'm done with this one. If I think of what to talk about. If I don't think of what to talk about, maybe I'll pick something up while I am done, after I'm done with my work, or I'll just keep it short this time. So whether or not I do that, I will see you later, or goodbye for the day. All right, we are done for the day. The last one was a success. I got there and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to reschedule this one, because it was a 2-story roof with a little roof over the porch that I was looking at, and I was like, man, that might be too steep to do a double pull on, and I need a 28 or 26 foot ladder, and I did not pack my 26 foot ladder or 28 foot ladder. So I was like, man, I'm gonna need to reschedule this. I'm only gonna be able to close 5 claims out today. But I found a way. I did the double pull. Turns out it wasn't as steep as I thought it was. And I've got a 16-foot ladder that I use, and I've got a 8-foot ladder, 8.5-foot ladder that I use for double pulls, because it's lightweight. And you know, you could probably do a 12-foot ladder, but 8 typically works. 8.5 foot. What the? Where's my lighter? Where's that? You gotta be joking with me right now. Did I just lose my lighter? You can't be serious right now. Bro. Hold on, give me 1 second. Well, I lost my lighter. That is not fun. That is not a good time. It is raining on my parade. That is, it's a shame. Unbelievable. I don't even know where I must put it. I always put it in the same spot. You know how you always put it in the same spot and then one time you don't put it in the same spot and it's just lost forever? Like, you can't be serious right now. You can't be for real right now. Well, still got a ball, you know? Still gotta keep moving on. I can't let this bring me down. Although, it's doing a really good job at doing so. Not too happy about that. Not too thrilled. Where the hell did this lighter go, dude? I look like a crack addict right now. But I promise I'm not. I'm just kerfluffled right now. For, you know, I swear. I thought that I put it where I always put it. Well, whatever. Well, you should always probably have a backup, I'm gonna be honest. My backup is left in the RV. No, I don't smoke in my RV, I don't. At least not yet. Guess what? That is good. That hits the spot. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by my iPhone storage notification, that's almost as good as a cigarette. Man, brownies are top tier dessert. It's a good good thing to have on the way back. Let me tell you, dude, I was doing the Wordle last night because I was up at 12 o'clock and the Wordle, dude, the word was serif. S-E-R-I-F. I know the word S-E-R-A-P-H, the biblical term, but S-E-R-I-F, I looked it up and it's the freaking, it's like the, when you write an A and you put a horizontal line at the bottom of the A, and that's what a serif is, like when you use Times New Roman font. Who guesses that? Who? And my cousin, who is notoriously, known as a cheater in everything. I mean, I played him in chess. Okay, I got into chess when COVID happened because they started streaming chess championships during COVID online, and I got really interested. So I challenged this guy to a chess game on the phone, and I started noticing he is taking like 15 minutes per move, and I'm thinking, from the bat, like, I'm not even good at chess. From the get-go, I'm like, this guy is playing the best moves against every single move I am making. And of course he wins the game. Oh, excuse me. Of course he wins the game. But he played it at like a 99% accuracy. I mean, this guy, you cannot trust him in anything, in any game that you play against him in, because he will put the wool over your eyes and proceed to commit every single sort of war crime against you for his own, what is it called? Enjoyment. And then, I guess the Wordle in 2 words, I guess it in 2 letters, 2 words, sorry, 2 letters. I guess it in 2 words, and my cousin and this guy, Dan, who is like this legendary figure, has, both of them are texting each other, giving each other hints as to what words they are using so that they could guess it in 2 tries. It's it's unbelievable the kind of things these people do. When the whole world is against you, when your whole world is against you, you know you're doing things right. So, all that to say, the Wordle yesterday was stupid, and words like that do not have a place in Wordle. And yeah, that's my speech on that so far. So then all that to say is my cousin sends the Wordle. I got it in 5 tries. My cousin sends the Wordle that he got it in 4 tries, and I'm like, okay, buddy, yeah, right, you got it in 4 tries. More like 10 tries, because he did it the first time, got the word wrong, and then he did it a second time and got the word in 4 tries, just so it looks like he failed a bit, and then he finally got it through. Can't play games like that, Can't trust nobody no more. But yeah, I am done for the day. No more climbing on roofs for the day. I got 1 more claim today assigned to me, not to inspect, and so we'll see how that goes the next 2 days. It's Monday, so there's still possibility that claims are still going to be flowing in as we get further into the week, but if not, I hope that we get the chance to get work in Ohio, because that'd be fun. Oh, dude, I mean, listen, I would like the chance to work in Ohio. I would like the chance to do any kind of work anywhere right now, really, other than, New York or California. But the last time I was in Ohio with the boys, it was like, I don't know, Ohio is like disgusting, dude. We went to Cleveland, Ohio, and they have a place Chicago is similar to Ohio in this sense. They have a place called Edgewater Beach, and the beach is concrete. We have that in Chicago, so believe you me, I've only ever been there maybe once or twice in my life. So there's that, but Edgewater Beach, don't call it a beach, dude, call it like a hangout spot or something like that. Yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be fun to go to Ohio. Chill out with the boys, catch up with everybody, maybe have some debates about paedobaptism, baby baptism, and believer's baptism. Have some lively conversation about that over some pints of Guinness or something like that. Chain smoking cigarettes. Sounds like a party to me. Sounds like a good time to me. Cigarettes. Yeah. I've got maybe like 30 more minutes, I think, on my drive. 35, maybe. Gonna take a shower and start busting out these claims, knocking them down. Yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about. Almost done with the podcast that I was watching. Catching up on world events, which, you know, for the most part, shouldn't really be impacting my life unless, like, where I am or where my family is gets nuked. Then that would be a big problem. But for now, can't let those things be stuck on your mind. You can't have the threat of anything that could happen loom over your life, because really it will eat you up, and then you will become paralyzed and not be able to do anything. You can't let outside forces impact you. Outside, out of control forces impact you. And most things are out of your control. Once you realize that you are in control of pretty much nothing in your life, then you end up, being able to handle things much better and more easily. You're not every decision becomes this giant situation where you need to overanalyze everything and like I said, become paralyzed to the point of not being able to do anything. Yeah, that's all I got for now. I'm still kind of pissed that this lighter has eluded me. Don't know how to feel about that, because I do have another lighter back in the camper, but it's one of those crackhead lighters. At least when I had the big lighter, it was more sophisticated. But I've got this freaking crackhead lighter, and you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look up and see if there are any like vintage lighters for sale or something like that I'd be able to buy. That'd be pretty cool. So that I could use them and have them in these videos, or just pull out something cool in front of all my friends and have them be really jealous about my lighter. All right. Yeah, I think that's all for today. Well, for the moment, for today. If anything else comes up, like I've said before, I will